Aura Body's energy field. Can you see souls through colors? The ultimate guide to human rainbow detection. Welcome fellow seekers of the invisible, professional people watchers, and anyone who's ever wondered if that weird glow around your yoga instructor is enlightenment or just really good lighting. Today we're diving deep into the colorful, controversial, and completely captivating world of auras. Those mysterious energy fields that supposedly surround us all like invisible mood rings that everyone claims to see but nobody can quite prove exist. What exactly is this mystical rainbow around your body? Let's start with the basics, shall we? An aura, according to spiritual beliefs, is essentially your soul's Instagram filter, a colored emanation that surrounds your physical body like the world's most personal light show one. Think of it as your energy field's way of saying, hey, look at me, without actually having to speak. According to ancient Hindu scriptures like the Vedas, your aura consists of 7 delightful layers, each corresponding to different aspects of your being: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual too. It's like having a 7-layer spiritual burrito wrapped around your entire existence. Each layer supposedly interacts with the others, creating a complex energy system that would make even the most sophisticated smartphone jealous. Your aura is thought to be a luminous body that surrounds your physical one, with each layer forming a net of energy around your body too. Imagine being permanently wrapped in the world's most fashionable energy blanket that changes colors based on your mood, health, and probably what you had for breakfast. The science behind the magic, or why your brain might be playing tricks on you. Now, before we get too carried away with our spiritual light shows, let's talk about what actual scientists have to say about this phenomenon. Spoiler alert. They're not exactly throwing confetti and joining the Aura Appreciation Society. Psychologist Andrew Nair has written that there is no good evidence to support the notion that auras are in any way psychic in origin. 1. That's like telling someone their imaginary friend isn't real, technically accurate, but emotionally devastating. Studies in laboratory conditions have demonstrated that auras are instead best explained as visual illusions known as afterimages. 1. You know those annoying spots you see after someone takes a flash photo? Well, apparently your spiritual vision might just be your retina having a bit of a moment. The fascinating world of synesthesia. Here's where things get really interesting and slightly less soul-crushing for aura believers. Scientists from the University of Granada discovered that many people claiming to see auras actually have a neuropsychological phenomenon called synesthesia 3. These individuals have extrasynaptic connections in their brains, causing them to automatically establish associations between brain areas that normally don't talk to each other, like having a party line in your head where your senses crash each other's conversations. Synesthetes can see sounds, taste colors, or associate people with specific colors. 3. It's like having a built-in psychedelic experience without any of the questionable life choices. The researchers found that healers who claim to see auras often have face color synesthesia, where the brain region responsible for face recognition hooks up with the color processing region 3. Basically, their brains are just really good at mixing and matching sensory information. The rainbow science explanation. One particularly clever explanation suggests that auras might be caused by lateral inhibition combined with light refraction by particles surrounding our bodies. 4. Translation. Your visual system's edge detection combined with tiny water droplets and particles around your body creates a rainbow-like experience. It's like having a personal prism party wherever you go, courtesy of science and microscopic moisture. This theory suggests that clouds of water droplets and other small particles naturally surround our bodies and can perform a light refractory function similar to what creates actual rainbows. 4. So your spiritual aura might just be physics showing off with some fancy light tricks. The colorful language of souls, what each hue supposedly reveals. Now that we've sufficiently confused ourselves with science, let's dive into the fun part, what all these colors supposedly mean. Because apparently your soul has strong opinions about interior decorating. The classic color chart of human vibrations. Red auras. The human espresso shots. Red auras supposedly indicate high energy, passion, ambition, and leadership vibe. People with red auras are basically human energy drinks, outgoing, enthusiastic, and probably the ones organizing the office holiday party vibe. However, they might also struggle with intense emotions like passion, greed, and anger vibe. It's like being powered by a very temperamental sports car engine. Orange auras, the creative chaos agents. Orange represents creativity, action orientation, and optimism 5. These are your artistic friends who somehow turn grocery shopping into a performance art piece. They're warm, enthusiastic, and artistic, but might also be a bit impulsive and easily distracted 5. Think of them as human golden retrievers with paintbrushes. Yellow auras, the walking sunshine committee. Yellow auras indicate brightness, charisma, confidence, and strong mental clarity 5. These people are basically human light bulbs. They light up rooms just by existing. Associated with the solar plexus chakra, they represent creativity and intellectual energy, though they might also struggle with overactive minds, anxiety, and stress vibe. It's like having a really bright flashlight that occasionally short circuits. Green auras, the professional huggers. Green represents love, compassion, nurturing, and healing energy vibe. These are the people who somehow always know when you need a cup of tea and a chat. Connected to the heart chakra, they're natural healers and empaths, though they might be emotionally vulnerable 5. Think of them as human emotional first aid kits. Blue auras, the Zen masters of communication. Blue indicates power, perception, peacefulness, and wisdom 5. These are your calm, communicative friends who somehow manage to stay serene even during apocalyptic traffic jams. Associated with the throat chakra, they have excellent intuition and communication skills, though they might need emotional healing and struggle with sadness 5. Purple/indigo auras, the psychic hotline operators. Purple and indigo represent intuition, empathy, spiritual awareness, and psychic abilities 5. These are the friends who somehow always know what you're thinking before you say it, which is both helpful and slightly terrifying. Connected to the third eye chakra, they have heightened perception and spiritual awakening, though they might be overwhelmed by spiritual experiences and sensitivity to their surroundings 5. White auras, the spiritual unicorns. White tends to be the rarest aura color, associated with the most divine connection to the spiritual world 6. These individuals supposedly have spiritual evolution, connection with the divine, and humanitarian tendencies 6. They're basically the spiritual equivalent of finding a unicorn in your backyard. Rare, magical, and probably too good to be true. Black auras, the energy vampires, in need of a nap. Black suggests weariness or lack of energy, possibly indicating emotional and physical weakness 5. These aren't necessarily evil people, they're just running on empty, like smartphones at 2% battery. They might be dealing with negativity, depression, or anger 5. The 7-layer spiritual cake, understanding auric layers. According to mystical traditions, your aura isn't just one big colorful blob. It's a sophisticated 7-layer system that would make any fancy cake jealous too. Each layer corresponds to different chakras and aspects of your being. Root/physical layer, red, your foundation layer, reflecting physical health and sensations too. This is basically your body's status update. Sacral layer, orange, located below your navel. This is your creativity and emotion headquarters too. Emotional layer, yellow, hanging out around your solar plexus, managing your feelings like an overstressed emotional accountant too. Astral/heart layer, green, your love and compassion center, probably the busiest layer in most people too. Spiritual/throat layer, blue, your communication hub, where thoughts become words too. Intuitional/third eye layer, indigo, your psychic internet connection, located at your forehead too. Absolute/crown layer, white, your divine Wi-Fi password, connecting you to the universe too. How to see auras, a beginner's guide to human rainbow spotting. So you want to join the exclusive club of aura seers? Well, good news, according to enthusiasts, everyone can learn to see auras with just a few attempts ever. It's like learning to ride a bicycle, except the bicycle is invisible and might not actually exist. The basic technique, peripheral vision party. The most common method involves using your peripheral vision. Here's how the experts suggest you do it. Find your test subject, preferably someone who won't think you're weird for staring at them intensely. Good luck with that. The soft focus approach, look at the person but don't focus directly on them. Instead, shift your attention to what you're seeing with the periphery of your eyes. It's like trying to catch something sneaky in your peripheral vision, which, ironically, might be exactly what you're doing. Watch for the glow. You should start seeing a transparent energy, electric buzz or cloudy fog around the person's shoulders and head. Most beginners see this as clear, whitish, silverish, or bluish energy. Keep your eyes relaxed. The key is maintaining that soft, unfocused gaze. Think of it as the visual equivalent of listening to ambient music, present but not aggressive. The science behind the technique. The reason this peripheral vision method supposedly works is that the edges of your eyes can see a different spectrum of light than your direct vision aid. Your peripheral vision can detect higher frequencies of energy, which explains why it's easier for beginners to see auras this way. Whether this higher frequency energy is spiritual or just your brain playing optical tricks is still up for debate. The great aura debate, real phenomenon or elaborate self-deception. Here's where things get philosophically messy. Are auras real spiritual phenomena, or are they just really convincing brain glitches? The answer might be, does it matter? The believer's perspective. Spiritual practitioners argue that auras are genuine energy fields that reveal important information about a person's physical, emotional, and spiritual state too. They point to the consistency of color interpretations across cultures and the practical benefits reported by those who use aura reading in healing practices. Aura believers also emphasize that these energy fields serve as both transmitters and receivers of information aid. Your aura supposedly puts out information about your state while also absorbing information from your environment, like having a spiritual two-way radio constantly broadcasting your inner weather report. The skeptics' reality check scientists, meanwhile, continue to point out that controlled studies have repeatedly failed to demonstrate any measurable aura phenomenon. They argue that the experiences people describe as seeing auras are better explained by known neurological and optical phenomena. The fact that many aura seers turn out to have synesthesia 3 suggests that what people interpret as spiritual vision might simply be their brains processing sensory information in unusual ways. It's not that these people are lying or delusional, their brains are just wired differently, creating genuinely different perceptual experiences. The soul color connection, beyond the rainbow. Some practitioners distinguish between auras and what they call soul colors. Deeper, more fundamental colors that represent the core essence of a person's spirit mind. Unlike auras, which supposedly change based on mood and health, soul colors are thought to be constant, unchanging aspects of who you are at the deepest level. These soul colors are typically accessed through meditation or altered states of consciousness rather than regular visual perception. 9. Think of it as the difference between your daily outfit, aura, and your essential personal style, soul color. One changes constantly, while the other remains fundamentally you. The practical applications. What would you do with aura vision? Assuming for a moment that auras are real and you could learn to see them, what would be the practical applications? The possibilities range from deeply meaningful to utterly mundane. The therapeutic potential. Practitioners claim that aura reading can provide insights into physical health, emotional states, and spiritual well-being too. Imagine being able to see when someone is getting sick before symptoms appear, or identifying emotional trauma that needs attention. It would be like having X-ray vision for feelings. Healthcare applications could include early disease detection, mental health assessment, and monitoring treatment progress. Though of course this assumes auras actually exist and correlate with health conditions, which remains scientifically unproven. The social implications. If everyone could see auras, dating would become either much easier or completely impossible. Imagine trying to hide your emotions when your energy field is broadcasting them in living color. First dates would involve a lot more honesty and a lot less small talk about the weather. Professional applications might include therapy, counseling, and conflict resolution. Being able to literally see someone's emotional state could revolutionize human communication, though it might also create a whole new category of privacy concerns. The entertainment factor. Let's be honest, if auras were visible to everyone, people watching would become the ultimate spectator sport. Airports, coffee shops, and shopping malls would turn into free light shows. Social media would probably develop aura filters within about 5 minutes. The mood ring effect. How emotions supposedly change your glow. According to aura enthusiasts, your energy field changes color based on your emotional state, creating what amounts to a full-body mood ring effect. 6. This supposedly explains common expressions like tickled pink when happy, feeling blue when sad, red with rage, green with envy, yellow as a coward. These sayings supposedly originated because people noticed these colors in auras and found them to consistently correspond to certain emotions or characteristics. 6. Whether this is genuine observation or just convenient linguistic coincidences, as usual open to interpretation. The technology angle, Kirlian photography, and digital aura readers. The quest to photograph auras has led to various technological approaches, most famously Kirlian photography. This technique uses high-voltage electricity to create images that supposedly capture energy fields around objects. The results often show beautiful, colorful emanations that believers interpret as photographic proof of auras. However, scientists explain these effects as simply electrical discharge patterns influenced by moisture, pressure, and other environmental factors. It's like trying to photograph someone's personality. You might get interesting results, but they probably don't mean what you think they mean. Modern aura cameras and digital reading devices claim to measure and display your energy field in real time. These gadgets range from simple biofeedback devices to sophisticated systems that create impressive visual displays. Whether they're measuring actual auras or just really expensive mood ring technology depends largely on your worldview. The cultural phenomenon, why auras capture our imagination. Regardless of their objective reality, auras have become a significant cultural phenomenon. The concept appears across multiple spiritual traditions, from Hindu and Buddhist teachings to New Age practices and modern wellness culture. This widespread appeal suggests that auras fulfill some fundamental human need, whether for meaning, connection, or simply a more colorful way of understanding ourselves and others. The persistence of aura beliefs in our scientifically minded age might reflect a deeper hunger for mystery and meaning in our increasingly quantified world. In an era where everything from our steps to our sleep patterns is measured and analyzed, the idea of an unmeasurable, invisible aspect of ourselves maintains a romantic appeal. The psychological benefits, the power of believing in your glow. Even if auras are purely psychological phenomena, they might still provide genuine benefits. The practice of aura reading encourages people to pay closer attention to others' emotional states and nonverbal communication. Whether you're seeing actual energy fields or just becoming more observant, the result, increased empathy and interpersonal awareness, remains valuable. The belief in auras might also encourage self-reflection and emotional awareness. If you think your aura reflects your inner state, you're likely to pay more attention to your thoughts, feelings, and overall well-being. It's like having an imaginary personal trainer for your emotional fitness. The healing dimension, auras in alternative medicine. In alternative healing practices, auras are often viewed as diagnostic tools and treatment targets. Practitioners claim to identify health issues by examining auric disturbances and to promote healing by working with energy fields too. These approaches range from gentle visualization techniques to elaborate rituals involving crystals, colors, and specific breathing patterns. While mainstream medicine doesn't recognize aura-based treatments, many people report feeling better after aura healing sessions. Whether this is due to actual energy work or simply the therapeutic effects of attention, relaxation, and positive intention is an ongoing debate. Sometimes feeling better is more important than understanding exactly why. The future of aura research. Where do we go from here? As our understanding of human consciousness, electromagnetic fields, and subtle energy continues to evolve, the question of auras remains open. While current scientific methods haven't validated traditional aura claims, this doesn't necessarily mean the phenomena don't exist. It might just mean we haven't developed the right tools to measure them yet. Future research might explore the intersection of consciousness studies, quantum physics, and electromagnetic field detection. Advanced brain imaging techniques might reveal how synesthetic individuals process the visual information they interpret as auras. Bioelectromagnetic field research might discover previously unknown aspects of human energy emission. Conclusion: embracing the mystery of human rainbows. So can you see souls through colors? The honest answer is maybe sort of. It depends on how you define see. Souls and colors. What we can say with certainty is that humans have been fascinated by the idea of visible spiritual energy for millennia, and that fascination shows no signs of fading. Whether auras represent genuine spiritual phenomena, fascinating neurological variations, or simply the human tendency to find patterns and meaning in ambiguous sensory experiences, they continue to capture our imagination and offer a colorful lens through which to view human experience. Perhaps the real value of auras lies not in their objective reality, but in their invitation to look more deeply at ourselves, at others, and at the mysterious intersection of consciousness and perception. In a world that often feels gray and disconnected, the possibility of human rainbows offers a splash of wonder and a reminder that there might be more to reality than meets the ordinary eye. So the next time someone claims to see your aura, don't immediately reach for your scientific skepticism, they'll keep it handy. Instead, consider what they might be perceiving. Whether it's genuine energy fields, synesthetic brain patterns, or simply the very human attempt to understand and connect with the colorful complexity of who you are. After all, in a universe full of mystery, being a walking rainbow doesn't seem like the weirdest possibility we've encountered. And if you can't see auras yourself, don't worry, you're in good company with most of the scientific community. But who knows, maybe with a little practice, patience, and peripheral vision, you might just catch a glimpse of humanity's hidden light show. Or at the very least, you'll become really good at staring at people in a slightly unsettling but spiritually motivated way. Remember, whether you're a true believer, a dedicated skeptic, or somewhere in between, the most important aura to pay attention to is your own, whatever color it might be, and whether anyone else can see it or not. After all, the only energy field you can truly control is the one you choose to project into the world, one interaction at a time.